Good morning, Twitch. Good morning, Twitch. Good morning, Twitch, on this 01.26.2024. Current time is 0555, 555. My brother, sister firefighters, remember ya. Never forget. 555, significant number for the remembering of the fallen firefighters. And I remember them every day. But 0555 a.m. here in Upstate New York, the southern tier of Upstate New York, where I live and reside. This Friday, thank God it's Friday. Hashtag positive start to the day. Hashtag PSTTD. Rich Roberts, Fireman Rich, here on the Twitch. At Fireman Rich over there on Twitter. At Fireman Rich over there on True Social. At Fireman Rich on Blue Skies. At Fireman Rich over there on Instagram Threads. And over there on the public Facebook, The Real Fireman Rich. But good morning, Tony D. Tony D is in the chat here this Friday morning. And salute to you, sir. Hashtag positive start today. Hashtag PSTTD to you. And good morning from Tony. Okay, and I do have the morning coffee. I haven't had a sip. I would have started 10 minutes ago if it wasn't for that. I had everything set up, and then the missus goes into the kitchen. I hear, "You didn't start the coffee." And I'm like, ah. So we had to wait for the coffee to get finished.
Don't blame me.
No, I'm blaming me. I just said you didn't. We weren't. Well, she's out in the living room watching her news. She keeps me informed on what's going locally, and so. But we got a good start to this Friday already. No, but she started. She got the first cup, and I got the second cup. But that is good. That is good. But happy Friday! Thank God it's Friday, and for those people that work, you just got to get through the day today, and we got the weekend. Work towards the weekend. We're here. Oh, excuse me for a minute. Took a vitamin C, a couple vitamin C tablets, and it stuck in my throat there. All right, so we got the coffee going here. And we're up on the big screen. Okay, we got the big screen going, and I might have to get a refill before the break here. But we're getting our day started here. I hope everybody has had a great week. I've had a pretty decent week. It's been a good week. We've been walking all this week. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we've walked all this week. The missus isn't going to walk today. She's got meetings today with her community work that she does, and so I'm going to be holding down the fort here as far as that goes. And got an ad break in 5 minutes. Okay, we're off and running. How's this stream looking? I think I got good sound. I think I know I have good sound. Let's see. Yeah, they changed. If you look, I'm just noticing. Let me see something. Did they do it on here? Yeah, the volume button when you're watching Twitch, there's a little ball above the line now. There's been a Twitch update this week. I think I updated my apps here the last 2 days. But the broadcast is doing good. We're at OBS. We're at 3680, and then by the time it gets to Twitch, it's pumping out at Twitch at 3496. So we're in the green. We got a commercial, and we're off and running as far as that goes. So it's good to be here. But we've gotten our walks in this week, and so it's been a very weather-wise, though. Oh my God, you won't believe what the temperature is right now. I think we're going to have an early spring, folks. It's just it's going to be warm this week. Then it's going to go cold next week, back in the 30s. Maybe, hopefully, not back in the 20s. But it's less than 55 days till spring. But currently, it's 47 degrees Fahrenheit. 47 degrees Fahrenheit. That is warm. And that's really nice to have. Let's see, is that going to toggle in? Okay, there it goes. But that's 8 degrees Celsius, 8 degrees centigrade. They're both the same, Celsius and centigrade, as far as that goes. 48. We went up to 40. We gained, oh, man, we went up an extra degree just in the last 10 minutes. Oh my God. 48 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 8.8. You might as well say 9 degrees Celsius. But we're gonna have some. We've been having some rain this week, though. The snow is all but gone. I think from when I looked outside, we don't have any snow. We're seeing the walkway when we do the walk on the golf course there yesterday. But it is a little wet and sloshy. Cloudy with occasional showers, areas of dense fog. High. We had a fog alert yesterday. High of around 55 today. Winds out of southwest at 5 to 10. Chance of rain 50%. Sun will be rising this morning at 7:25, which is in an hour and 24 minutes. It's receded an hour or a minute. And at 7:25 a.m. the sun will be rising, and the sun will be setting at 5:12 p.m. We get gaining daylight there. Now the moon, just to make notice, I didn't see it last night, but we have cloud covers, but there was a full moon. It's 99% visible. Well, I got overcast, so I can't see it. It's thick overcast because they. Let's see. The moon will be rose last night at 6:07 p.m. Will be setting this morning at 8:18. And let's see our world times and temperatures as I speak. We have in Honolulu, Hawaii at 1:02 a.m. in the morning. Currently, it is clear skies, 70 degrees Fahrenheit. In Phoenix, Arizona, clear skies in Phoenix, Arizona at 4:02 a.m. Currently, 52 degrees Fahrenheit. Chicago, Illinois at 5:02 a.m. The Windy City, it's raining in Chicago at 37 degrees Fahrenheit. In the jungle, New York City at 6:02 a.m. 6:02 a.m. currently here, 43 degrees Fahrenheit. Down there in Warner Robins, Georgia, where Tony D is at, he's saying in the chat, 62 degrees Fahrenheit, 73 for the high down there. Woo, heat wave down in Georgia. Low of 42, and you got cloudy skies down there right now. Across the pond, the Atlantic Ocean, we have in Cork, Ireland at 11:02 a.m. sunny skies, 41 degrees Fahrenheit. In Milan, Italy at 12:03 p.m. Mangia. That's lunchtime over there in Milan. It's well, that's a different. I guess we got showers, rain showers there in Milan at 45 degrees Fahrenheit. In Kuala Lumpur at 7:03 p.m. early evening. Kuala Lumpur, sunny skies and clear, 88 degrees Fahrenheit. In Tokyo, Japan at 8:03 p.m. currently, 43 degrees Fahrenheit. Clear skies. And ad break will be ending in 1 minute and 24 seconds. So the people that are watching this on the replay on Rumble and YouTube, first of all and foremost, thank you very much for being here and watching on the replay. We have an ad break going on. You can see right there. There's the ad break that's going on right now. That's a third-party app that I have on my Roku. For some reason, it shows up. It shows the ad. So let's see. We did Tokyo in Australia, the continent of Australia, and the country of Australia. In Melbourne, Australia, 10:04 p.m. In Melbourne, clear sky, 64 degrees Fahrenheit. And in Sydney, Australia, it's 10:04 p.m. currently in the evening. Also, cloudy skies, 73 degrees Fahrenheit. Wednesday's broadcast, we had 3 Aussies here. We had Mel, we had Bernie, he popped in. Hadn't seen Bernie in a while. He popped in, and we had Aussie Joanne, all 3 Aussies were. We had 3 Australians. So thank you very much for those Aussies. Always happy to see you guys, as far as that goes. Let's see our thought for the day. The thought for the day, I don't have a tab up to give the individual's bio. It's from unknown. It's from unknown. And who is that? Is that Tim Brown? Is Tim Brown up? Tim Brown. Oh, Tim Brown. Okay, he just said good morning. Okay, good morning, Tim Brown. And there's Hassan. He's out there in Kuala Lumpur. I'm just checking the Twitter, and we had some sad news yesterday. Well, not sad news, some bittersweet. The Integrity, the helicopter on Mars, it took its last flight. It's not flying. It's got a broken rotor, as far as that goes, or propeller blade, I should say. It's got two blades, like they, and it's only 1% atmosphere that it flies through, as far as that goes. Yeah, the souls won't be the same without the Mars helicopter. Yeah. Thanks, Integrity, for being a partner. That's oh, the rover that's up there that the Integrity used as a scout. Let's see. I'm getting sidetracked here. Thought for the day. Thought for the day is from Unknown. So the quote goes the quote in our thought for the day goes as follows: "You can't fall if you don't climb, but there's no joy in living your whole life on the ground. So you got to reach. You got to reach. You got to jump, and you can't be afraid to jump. You got to overcome that fear of taking a chance, I guess." And if you think it out, yeah, it's a chance, but you may fall, but you get back up and you try it again until you succeed. And as far as that goes, you just don't want to sit there like a bump along. Oh, I don't want to do that. Like Eeyore. I think of Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh. I always feel sorry for Eeyore. I want to hang out with him. He's a good character there. Let's see now. So that's from Unknown. There's no person associated with that quote. You can't fall if you don't climb, but there's no joy in living your whole life on the ground. So I've done various things through my life, and I've fallen, but I've gotten back right up, brushed myself off, and moved forward. And I was jumping along my time as kicking that can down the road called life, as I like to say. So there's our thought for the day. Let's see, the National Day. National Day, we have a couple of them. Let's see. It's a year, me talking about National Days, because I remember the one I'm going to pick, I guess. And some of these that have already. Let's see, National Big Wig Day. You got a dog with a wig now. We got National Spouse Day. Oh, there's a good one. National Fun at Work Day. Well, I don't work anymore. Well, I do some work around here. I guess I'll have fun doing the wash this morning after I take my shower. I usually do that and wash the dishes. That's my fun. National Green Juice Day. I don't know. I'm not a fan of green juice. I like this one. And I remember this one from last year. This is always a good one. National Peanut Brittle. Who doesn't like peanut brittle? I love peanut brittle. Love peanuts. And peanuts isn't even a nut. They call it Mr. Peanut. It's not a nut. It's the peanuts that are grown in the ground. They're like a potato. So would Mr. Peanut be a cousin to Mr. Potato? Just saying. Let's see. Hashtag Peanut Brittle Day. National Peanut Brittle Day on January 26th recognizes a hard, flat candy confection enjoyed worldwide. The candy's buttery, nutty texture makes for a delicious treat and can be made at home. Ooh, I don't think the missus ever made peanut brittle. She might have. So peanut brittle includes caramelized sugar or corn syrup. Nuts are added. I love a Payday bar. A Payday candy bar. Oh my God, those are one of my favorites. I used to have those when I was at work. Nuts are added to the molten sugar and then poured onto a flat surface such as a granite or marble smooth surface or into a thin pan. The candy cools into hard, brittle, treated, broken into small pieces. Some of the best brittle are hand shaken into a thin, easily cracked candy that melts in your mouth. Yeah, because if it gets too thick and you bite on that, it's hard. That's not good on the teeth. The history of peanut brittle is uncertain, though one legend says it was all a mistake. The story goes that a southern woman was making toffee, and instead of using cream of tartar, she used baking soda by accident. So how does that? Is there baking soda in peanut brittle? I don't know. Interesting. Let's see. Who do we got? We got Jim Figerty. Jim Figerty is on. It's Friday, so let me give me some shout outs here. Well, first of all, let's do Tony D. Tony D is in the chat. There's Tony D. I think I got an alert. I saw you were broadcasting last night, Tony. I was sitting there watching TV last night, as far as that goes, and I got a side project I'm doing. But Tony D, he does Bell Kings Fantasy Football. We only got 2 more weeks. I'll be talking about football here in a little bit. We're in the championships. But Jim Figerty. Let's see. Jim Figerty. There's Jim Figerty. He's on Twitch right now. So give him a follow. He's a great guy. Fantastic guy, Jim Figerty. He broadcasts every morning for about 4 hours from Ireland. He knows our good friend Walt, that we'd love to see back here on Twitch, but he's over there. Walt is over there on Instagram. But Jim Figerty is an Irishman that's broadcasting, and good guy there. And then I gotta give this guy, because he gave me a raid the other day. This is another good guy. I watched some of his replays. Total Dad. He's down there in Dallas, Texas. He raided me this past Monday. So, and I looked at his. This guy's a good guy. I like his broadcasts. He's sitting there talking about things. I guess he saw me, and he was finishing. I guess his broadcasts are usually an hour. And I was watching the one where he rated me, and I got to the part where he rated me, and I think he felt sorry for me because he saw I only had 1 viewer. And Total Dad, that's okay, man. If I have 1 viewer, I'm doing good. That's how I feel. I always say if I have 1 or 2 viewers, I'm successful. I don't put my bar up that high. So I want to say thank you to Total Dad. We're giving him a follow, along with some of his followers, as well as our good friend Jim Figerty, as far as that goes. And here comes Bug. Is Bug getting in it? Okay, she's getting in her chair. And we got Jack back here. He's scratched out, so all the cats are doing good. Yesterday I did do the Fireman Rich audio podcast there on Spotify for Podcasters app. And we're talking about this black hole that astronomers detected. It's one of the oldest black holes ever observed. And how do you look at a black hole? It's dark. No, on the outer rims, that's where they see it's so hot and it radiates. That's how they can detect it in the ultraviolet. The James Webb Space Telescope can look in infrared and ultraviolet. And I guess this was, black holes pulse out ultraviolet, and so we know where they're at. But this one is the oldest black hole ever observed, dating from the dawns of the universe. And they say it almost the way I don't know how they date it. Maybe by the spectrum of the light. Maybe, I'm not sure, but they say it's older than. It goes back. It's so huge. It's monstrous compared to our sun. It's just our sun is just a speck compared to the size of this thing, but it's eating up its own universe. So it's we have one in the middle of our universe, the Milky Way, but I don't think it's getting as fat as this one. But this one, time-wise, they say it almost predates the Big Bang, which is like, what? Big Bang just started everything, okay? It's just like, what was before the Big Bang? So supposedly, because of the size of this, and where it's at, because you got the space. Here's the James Webb Space Telescope, and for the distance to where it's at, say, like it's over here, and it's looking at the black hole, which represents the blab owl. It's a longer that distance. It's going back in time because that light is traveling, and it takes thousands of light years, I guess, which is a long time. As far as well, 1 light year, it's very quick, but you rack up millions of those, and you're literally looking back in time in the universe with this the Webb telescope, space telescope. So, but it was an interesting article, and that's over there. It's you can find it on my timelines on my social media feeds that I mentioned. I'm at. I've got the link to it, and they're saying the team from the University of Cambridge used the James Webb Space Telescope to detect this black hole, and it dates from 400 million years after. 400 million years after the Big Bang, more than 13 billion years ago. Okay, dates from 400 million after the Big. Okay, so it wasn't before the Big Bang. I thought the way I read that. So, pretty interesting stuff. It's over there in was it Galaxy GN-Z11. It's a compact galaxy, but this black hole is eating the crap away from it. So, okay, let's see what we got here. See, we're pretty quiet in the. We had a full chat Wednesday, so I'm not surprised that we. Let's see, how many we got? 2 viewers, so just myself and Tony here. So, oh, you know what? I forgot to start my other computer here. Let me start this up real quick. One more thing I forgot. Okay, that got started. Okay. Let's see on the overnight. I didn't get any alerts from. I got Carmen's alert. She broadcast last night. Tony broadcast last night. Even Glick broadcast last night. I didn't get. Let's see. Did Ted Hicks? Ted Hicks didn't do late night parenting. Oh, what's up with that? Huh. Okay. Well, let's see if Ted pops in. We'll have to find out. We'll see what he has to say for himself if he pops in. He works from home today, so I don't think he's traveling and stuff. So we'll see. Let's see. Moving to history on this day. Let's see. Good news history. Let's see, 100 years ago today, the first ever Olympic gold medal was won in a winter sport. American speed skater Charles Jutrall won the 500-meter speed skating event in 44 seconds. And this was over in France back in 1924 on this day. Okay. And then, let's see, today is Australian Day, is celebrating a public holiday commemorating the first fleet landing in 1788. Oh, that's what that guy, I was watching, I'm on Heckle, believe it or not. I finally got on Heckle. The guy who developed the app, it's similar to, it's like I guess it's like Periscope, Twitter Live. There's a guy that broadcasts and you can comment on it and stuff like that. But the guy Simon, I knew from Haps. I guess we knew him from Haps. I think I know him from Blab. I think he was on Blab also. Heckle has been around for a while, but it's been strictly for iOS for a couple of years now. But just this week, I guess it opened up on the Google Play Store to where Android users, such as me, you can get on there and view as far as that goes. So And I was watching an Australian yesterday. Let me go ahead and turn this up. We'll see. It'll be interesting. Let's see who's on Heckle. So I'm on Heckle, so that's interesting. And it'll be interesting to see as far as how that app develops. I had it on the phone, and I was like, okay, this is just for viewing. Screw that. Hey, good morning, Tina. Tina coming in, our Jersey girl. Good morning, and I know you're getting ready to have the morning coffee. I forgot to turn the coffee on this morning, and I got chewed out by the missus. No, just joking. She heard that. But I'm sitting here getting ready to start, and I said, I don't have my coffee yet. And then that's when she's in the kitchen. She said, you didn't start the coffee yet. And that's like one of the first things I do when I wake up. I walked right by the coffee pot out to the back room to clean out the cat boxes and stuff like that. Yeah, oh my, exactly. This is the most important stuff to get you going as far as, and that was the one thing I forgot. So good morning to Tina. Glad to have you here. Let's see. In 1802, the U.S. Congress established the Library of Congress, which I've been to. The Library of Congress isn't just one building; it's the Smithsonian. You know, it's part of the Library of Congress, I believe. Or maybe it's not. Maybe that's too different. Maybe the Smithsonian, that's a museum, and the Library of Congress is the library. I've never been to the Library of Congress. Let's see. I must correct myself. Been to the Smithsonian. I have not been to the Library of Congress. I would like to go there. That'd be cool. Let's see. Famed actor, philanthropist, and husband of 50 years, Paul Newman was born on this day in a suburb of Cleveland back in 1925. He was a great actor. I liked him, Paul Newman. He was great in, God, what was that movie with, I can't think of it. But he's a good actor, Paul Newman. Happy birthday, great American actor. Let's see, the Apollo Theater, renowned for launching some of the biggest names in music, included Michael Jackson's James Brown, Aretha Franklin, Stevie Wonder, and Ella Fitzgerald, opened its doors on 125th Street in Harlem. I've driven by there when I was a kid visiting New York, which is still open today. It first opened on this day back in 1934. And back in 1980... Israel and Egypt, led by then U.S. President Jimmy Carter, ended an ongoing state of war that dated back to 1948, restored full diplomatic relations, and reopened embassies. And you know that I can remember that. I was in the service when that happened, and we're thinking, oh, peace will just wash right all over the Middle East. And it's still a freaking shitbag as far as that goes with some of the things that's going on there. Let's see, back in 1988, Phantom of the Opera opened to become the longest running Broadway show. Ooh, that's interesting. And 109 years ago today, Congress signed into law creating the Rocky Mountain National Park, producing over 1,000 square kilometers of front range of the mountains. The park was designated among the first parks to be undisturbed and unspoiled land. Indeed. So there we go. The parks, Rocky Mountain. What day was that? That was 1915. Okay. Now who's this gentleman? Don't know who that is. Let's go over on the AP side. Oh, on this day back in 2020, sad note. But we have to remember those that have fallen. On January 26, 2020, NBA legend Kobe Bryant, his 13-year-old daughter, Gina, and 7 other people were killed when their helicopter plunged into the steep hillside in dense morning fog in Southern California. The former Lakers star, he was only 41. Great star. Big Juice, hey, how you doing there? Big Juice coming in from Ohio. How you doing, Steve? Good morning, sir. There's the man with the master plan. That, if I can't even turn the coffee on when I'm supposed to. I don't think I have a master plan. He's just coming here. That's the going joke this morning. I got everything else doing. I'm sitting here, and then the missus goes into the kitchen after she gets up, and she says, "You didn't start the coffee." So I would have been started 10 minutes ago. So, good morning, Big Juice. Glad to have you here, sir. I hope your morning is starting off good. We're just doing the history here. Let's see. 1915, President Woodrow Wilson signed the Rocky Mountain National Park. Okay, that was President Wilson who created the Rocky Mountain National Park. It was created as America's 10th national park. Woodrow Wilson was not one of my favorite presidents. We sort of have a Woodrow Wilson in office right now, I guess. So we have examples from the past. They can be correlated with the present. I respect the office of president, but I solely believe that the man that he did is. I don't think he knows what he's doing. I think there's other people that are pulling some strings and stuff. That's just my opinion. And I'll leave it at that because we don't get political here as far as that goes. I know everybody has their views, and I'm one to feel, even though I'm full disclosure, I'm a Republican conservative, and I voted Democrat. I voted for Democrat. I voted for Cuomo back when he was running, I guess, because I didn't like the Republican. I thought he was a crook here in New York State. You could say that example, I picked the better of the lesser of the two evils, but Governor Cuomo was not that bad of a guy. I guess he's up there. He's called us Republicans, conservatives, some bad names and stuff like that. This is predominantly a Democratic state, stuff like that. But I look at it this way. There's middle ground. Okay, the little things that we disagree with on both sides is minuscule compared to the stuff that we can agree on, and that's how I look about it at this time. 35, 40 years ago, I would say I don't even want to talk to you. I was that dead set. Now I'll listen to somebody unless they get shrill, like our current governor. She's not a fan of her. Or actually not Ohio, but Michigan has I guess she almost became. It's coming out that she was almost a vice president that the current president was going to pick instead of who he picked, who I don't have any faith in either. So this, but I don't know. It's and I'm also a very strong. This is the bottom line on that I can accept that, and some people say I'm rationalizing the fact that this country is so strong that a lot of people don't realize, even the people that shit on it, and they don't realize how strong this country is when you look at it through clear glasses. Sometimes I'm been told I look through rose-colored glasses, but no, let's see. No, my glasses are clear. So I try and look at both sides and stuff like that. So Tony's saying good morning to Big Juice out there in Ohio, and we're glad to have you here, Steve. Let's see. And let's see. Here's one. 1992, Democratic president candidate Bill Clinton. This is back in 1992. I don't know if I look at this, but this is interesting. Bill Clinton, I thought he was a good president his first 4 years. His second 4 years was crap because he had the indiscretions, and that was, oh my God. But compared to what's going on now, that's minuscule. But anyway, appeared with his wife, Hillary, on CBS 60 Minutes, and I remember this, acknowledged causing pain in my marriage. He acknowledged that, okay, that he had some indiscretions and stuff like that, but said past problems were not relevant to the campaign. They're still married, okay, and I'm not sure if that's out of convenience because if you look at that couple, they were a political powerhouse and stuff like that. I'm not a Hillary fan. I don't really. She should have never. I don't know. She's a New York State senator, but she's not even from New York. She's not a true New Yorker. You know, she's a pretend New Yorker. She didn't live here long enough. Well, I guess I don't. They still live here, unless they're up in Hyannisport or something like that. But Bill Clinton, he wasn't a bad president. He's the one that signed my retirement certificate. He was my commander in chief, but he had some. He worked with Republicans. He's probably the last Democrat that really did, if you look at it. Do you believe this country is ready for a younger president? We've already had a younger president. We had President Kennedy. Okay, you got to be 40 years or older to be president. So if you fit the bill, I don't think there's anybody really. Well, you know, you look at the individual that thinks she won the New Hampshire primary, and she won't concede. But I don't know. It depends. We have the current president. He's the same age as somebody that's trying to get into office. And I'm not saying their names primarily because I don't want this to go political. But if you're capable of doing the job and you have a sharp mind and stuff like that, there's some people that have sharp minds at 7. Well, look at Jim Fogarty. He's 82 years old. 82 years old. Here's an example, okay? He is capable, and I saw Jim Fogarty, who is on air right now, okay? He's on Twitch right now. He's over in Ireland. He's 82 years old, and he's broadcasting. He's got a sharp mind. He on his broadcast yesterday, I caught a little bit on the replay. He drove to McDonald's to get his breakfast. He has a sharp mind. So, unless it's evident that you have some mental difficulties and stuff like that, I think can a president be 72, 75? Yeah, if they've got a clear mind. I just don't think this current president doesn't, and there's been a number of people that have said that. So that's an example. This country is bigger than the presidency. It's stronger than the presidency. So, but yeah, a younger president, we already had examples of that. President Kennedy, he was able to, and you look at Bill Clinton, he was young when you look at it when he first went into office. But the average, they're usually up around, the presidents are usually in their 60s and stuff like that. So, I don't look at it the age. It's just what they're capable of doing and what they want to do as a leader. Because most of your leaders, they have to have a background. But a young president, yeah, I'd be game to it. Yes. Well, yeah, that's another one. You're right, Big Juice. He was younger. I liked him again, just like Bill. I didn't like him that much, but I liked him in his first 4 years because they were pushing that hope agenda, but it crapped out. Okay, and. Obama's, yeah, he was a young guy. I don't think he's one of our greatest presidents. I think Bill Clinton did a better job than he did because Bill Clinton, in his first 4 years, balanced the budget with Congress, which was Republican controlled. When you could reach across the aisle, that means a lot. I just look back at back in the day when Tip O'Neill, who was a staunch Democrat, Speaker of the House. At the end of the day, President Reagan would call up, hey, and the story goes, he'd call, hey, Tip, come on up, we'll have a couple drinks. Tip would go up to the White House, and they were able to talk. We got TV cable news networks that won't even show one of the candidates when they win a primary their speech because they want to censor him. That's censorship. They're not a true news agency now. And I say that generically because I think if you've been watching the news, you know what I'm talking about. But so anyway, that's enough about the politics. Let's see. Moving on with the history here. The other ones. This isn't. That's not good. I think that's it for the. We'll leave it on that note on the history as far as that goes. Let's see, we're at 42. Let's see, we do have football. Let me see, did I fire this up? Let me just check. We're going to be checking on Heckle. Tony, are you on Heckle if you're still there? He might be in his meeting. I'm on, I don't know if you, do you know what Heckle is, Big Juice? It's a live streaming app. It's mostly to broadcast on it, you have to be on Apple, but they just had an app and I just downloaded it this week and I've been playing around with it. I was on my phone and I said, oh, I parked it over here on my tablet. Nope, you haven't. Well, it's similar to what you can broadcast. It's just another broadcasting app. So the guy who developed it, Simon, he's a guy I think we all know from the previous platform called HAP. So I've been playing around with it. I'm trying to and bring it up here. Let me see. I got to get on my. Where's my other network? Oh, there it is. I want that network. So just want to see what it. We'll go ahead and. Let's see. Okay, we got that. We got the network we wanted. Let's see. Oh, we got somebody on there already. Let's see who's on there. Jeffrey Corey. Let's see. Let's fire it up. Oh, we got some. Oh, that's. What the hell is that? Let me check something here. Did I get a note last night? Okay. We fired it up. Let me just check my messages here. Did we get a message from... is that an old... No, that's an old message. Okay, so that's what... I don't know if you can see that. That's Heckle. This is on Android. I can only watch. I can't broadcast yet because I guess this has been around for 2 years now over on the Apple side. So we have nobody broadcasting yet. Let me see. Let me see if I can tone this down. Let's see. Is that better? Yeah, you can see it now. So that's what Heckle is. So I can't broadcast because it has a to-do thing. They got to fix it. So I can only watch it. So I guess that's better than nothing for right now. So I'm keeping tabs on this, and it's just something that it's pretty interesting. I can't get to the replays because it's Android, so they got to. So it's not a bad viewer. It's interesting. There's one individual that I haven't seen in a while. Did he broadcast it all last night? After I went to bed. Oh yeah, the Grizz, from he's down there in Florida. He's a Philly. He's from I think what did he say, North or East Philly? He's from Philly and he moved down to Florida. Grizz, he got banned from HAPS for saying something that they took out of context. HAPS was a little bit boom. They would ban you for the simplest thing. But the Grizz is on there, so he thought I would. He thought, "Oh, are you the one that's over there on Michael Bathurst's football broadcast? That I see you're that Fireman Rich that's on Instagram." I said, "No, that's this will be interesting to you, Tony." The Grizz thought that was Michael Bathurst's broadcast, and I told him, I said, "No, that's Tony D." "Oh, that's Tony D. Okay, he still remembers you." So Grizz is one of those guys from the HAP. So that's what I like going into these programs, Big Chill. Is that these are people that I've known from HAPS, and I'm getting reconnected. Grizz, he's a character. He is a real character. So the only thing I don't like it's closed in a sense that you can't. I couldn't, like this broadcast. I posted it out to my various social media platforms and stuff like that. You can't do that with. It's a closed thing. You have to have the app to be able to view and stuff like that. So that's the one downfall of it. But I just find it interesting because it is somebody we all knew from HAPS, that this gentleman called Simon Very smart individual, very, very smart. And he's putting this all together himself, I guess. I don't know what the whole history about it is. And so we'll keep that up. I'm going to keep that up just to see what's going on. It'll be interesting once. Do I plan on broadcasting when the capability's there? Yeah, I probably will. It'll be interesting. You watch Simon on Periscope? Okay, yeah, he started a Periscope. He was on Blab. He went to Haps, and I don't know. Are you on Heckle, Tina? Are you able to get on Heckle? I don't know if you're Apple or iOS. No, okay. You're Android? Are you mostly Android? Yes, okay. So what they have is there's an app, and it's a Heckle app on the Google Play Store. If you download it, you can sign in just like you do on any type of app. And then you have the capability, you can fill out your profile, and then they have the middle button, that's your broadcast, but that doesn't work. But you go to the button far to the left. There's 3 buttons on the bottom, and that gives you this whole list of players or people that are have been on right here. Okay, there's 3 buttons down here. Okay, this is your profile button is off here to the right, and then in the middle that would be the broadcasting button. But you can't broadcast because there's a thing that says right here to do. Simon has to fix that. But over here, and this is only on Android, these are the list of people. You can't do, these are people that have already played. You can't hit the replay. But if there's a live person, you can hit that person and you can watch them while they're live. So it might be something you might want to look at. Grizz is the only guy I've seen on here. There's not that much activity, but I do find it interesting. It is a place to where people are broadcasting at, and it's just another toy to tinker with in the broadcasting tool chest. So we'll keep that. If somebody comes live, we'll go ahead and listen to them. Let's see. We're all done with that. We did have some football. We are going to have some football this weekend. It's going to be a quick weekend. We only have 2 games. They're down to conference championships. We're down to the end. We're down to the nitty-gritty, folks, as far as that goes. And let's see, we'll put that there. We're down to the nitty-gritty to where it's the Kansas City Chiefs this Sunday. Are both games? Yeah, both games are Sunday. Sunday at 3 p.m. For the NFC champion or AFC champion, American Football Conference champion, the Kansas City Chiefs and the Baltimore Ravens. I've already said this Wednesday, I think, on the broadcast, and also yesterday on the Fireman Rich audio podcast. I'm rooting for the Ravens. I want the Ravens to win. I want them to beat up the Chiefs for beating my Bills. No, it should be a good game. They're 2 good match teams. They're 2 great quarterbacks. It should be a good football game. So if the Chiefs wins, well, so be it. I'm not rooting for really anybody other than the next game, the Detroit Lions. That's a Cinderella story. They have had a very unique first time to the National Conference Championships, and if they win, it'll be the first time. And they're one of 4 teams that haven't made to the Super Bowl. Tina says, lots of laugh. I want Chiefs. Okay, I could see that. I like Kelsey too. He's a good guy. I like Mahomes, even though he did throw in a few bullshit comments here when they lost to the Chiefs there on that one call there. But that's water under the bridge. The Chiefs are a very good team, and Kelsey. I guess their mom was Kelsey's. The brothers there, they were on their podcast, and there was a clip there that their mom wasn't too happy with the brother that was up in the stand with Taylor Swift there, I guess, when he took his shirt off. There's some people that didn't really like that, but hey, he was partying. What the hell? But I'm rooting for the Ravens on that. I think Lamar Jackson, he's overdue for a championship. But the Lions, I'm picking the Lions over 49ers. 49ers will probably, they are funny. Both, they are funny. Their podcast is a number. Well, I think it's a Taylor Swift factor, but it's one of the top rated podcasts. They are funny. I agree with you. He Kelsey, he's fun. Was it Travis Kelsey? Is he the one that's for Kansas City? I can't. I don't know their names, but they're good guys. I think they're good football players. But the second game, Lions against 49ers. 49ers will probably win that game unless they implode again. But I'm rooting for the Lions. I'd like to see the Lions go to the Super Bowl, and actually, I'd like to see the Lions win it all. That would be such a great story. And you say 49ers, so we're on opposite sides there, Tina. I'm just looking for some good football. We should have. I just hope it's not one-sided. We had a good football game last week. Unfortunately, my Buffalo Bills didn't win, but it was still a good football game. The Bills, they'll come back next year. They can hold their head high. They played, except for the kicker. God, one kick. It's always a kicker. That was a kicker. Way right. That's the saying. Oh, it's going way right. That's what everybody's saying up in Buffalo right now. Oh, so we'll see what happens this weekend and stuff like that. And other football news, who is it? The Michigan State, and this is another brother, Holbuck, is that his name? The coach from the Michigan Wolverines is going to the San Diego Chargers. Wow. That's going to be interesting. Maybe that's the so-called missing piece they need. Is a good, because he's had a record on all the places he's coached. He always improves. So maybe that's what the Chargers need. They need a better quarterback and stuff like that. So we'll see. His brother, the other, he's the coach of the Baltimore Ravens. He's already had a Super Bowl, but that'd be interesting. He gets a Super Bowl, and his other brother got a national championship. That's a first. That's interesting. I like those correlations and stuff like that. So there we have for football. We'll see what happens. Of course, I'm going to be talking about basketball here now. That's what I'll be following until the World Football League, the United Football League starts on March 30th. Of course, we'll have March Madness in between there, too. As far as basketball, starting back, let's see, on Wednesday night, because who played Wednesday night? Anybody? The Suns? Oh, they beat the Mavericks. Okay. Warriors beat the Hawks. Okay, those are two big teams. Big Jews. So where did you get married at? Right here in Tioga County. Both me and my wife are from Tioga County, New York. I was stationed at Griffiths Air Force Base, so we got married right here at her parents' house. And so we got married here in Tioga County, New York. She grew up here. This is where I grew up in Tioga County, and I was very fortunate and blessed to have met her. It was because of a fire incident, and I think I've told the story before, where I found my ass almost in a sling at a fire incident, and when it was all over with, I'm thinking, you know what, I need to get something. And I had just met the missus, and I gave her best friend a call the next morning when I got off a shift, and I never looked back. It's been 38 years we've been married now. We dated for about maybe, I think we got married, was it under a year? Yeah, we dated, and then we just, I asked a question, and she gratefully said yes. No, we're made for each other. I think we've been together for 38 years now and stuff like that, and I never look back. You could, if they were going to offer me all the tea in China and stuff, as the saying goes, I would say no. I'm not going to. There's been some bumpy roads, bumpy times as far as that goes, but that's part of the territory. Tina says, my late husband asked me to marry him 2 weeks after. Oh, 2 weeks. Oh, no, we're a little longer than that, Tina. I think we were probably, probably 7 or 8 months. and stuff like that. So she was starting a job. She was a manager of a video. They had the old video rental places there, the Blockbusters and all that. And this was in one of the chain stores. We lasted 34. You're still married. You just remember him in his heart, in your heart, So, but we've been blessed 38 years, and I'm really enjoying it now. Because I'm retired now. She likes me being retired, and I don't get in her hair. I probably get less. I get less. I bug her less now than probably when I was married or when I was going to work. So let's see, Big Juice. My parents been married 40 years now. Yeah. It's and it's very easy to just say, well, let's get a divorce, because we know people that have been married 3-4 times. It's just like, I wouldn't want that. For me, I'm one. I don't believe in that word, the D word, divorce. I don't believe. Just like, you got to work at it. Why even get married? Why even cross that threshold if you're not going to be committed and stuff like that? So that's the key word, is commitment. As far as that, same thing, Tina. Me either. Yeah. And so we've been doing pretty good. So let's see, basketball. Yes, yesterday. Let's see who played yesterday. You got Knicks. They won against the Nuggets. Ooh, that's a big win. The Nuggets, they were last year's champions. And the Celtics, they killed the Heat last night. That's right. I saw the Heat on last night. I didn't watch. I ended up watching a Star Trek movie, as far as the updated version of Khan. That was a pretty good one. Big Juice. Yeah, my uncle Ed been married 3 times, and all 3 never lasted more than a year. Exactly. There's the example, I guess. Big Juice. Thank you for sharing that. That's exactly what I was talking about. I can't fathom that for me. It's just like, if it didn't work the first time, why even get, just live with the person, okay? You get married if you can't handle marriage. If you can't handle a marriage the first time, well, they say, well, I was too young. Well, after a second time, you should. Why even bother? There's just more problems with it, I guess. Let's see. So Celtics won last night. I watched a little bit of that game. That's why I went to the movie, the Star Trek movie, the modern one of Khan, where all his folks were in the torpedo cylinders there and stuff like that. That was a good one. I forgot. That was a pretty interesting. I haven't seen that one that often. So there's our basketball. I'll be following basketball as far as that goes. And let's see. We're going to go ahead and take a break here, folks. Let's see. Costs less just to keep her. A divorce, she can take the house. Yeah, that's the thing. You get into those sticky areas there, Big Juice. Exactly. As far as that goes. Costs less to keep her. A divorce, she can take the house and all. Yeah, and this is where the real tragedy is, when you have a divorce and there's children involved. It's not good. I don't know. We live more in a modern age and stuff like that. So, but I am going to take a break and get a fresh cup of coffee, and I will be right back, folks. So hang in there. I'll be back in a couple minutes. we're back. And we got a fresh cup of coffee here. Fresh cup of coffee. Let's see. Big Juice, cost less. He's got the penguins. Yeah, there we go. Got the penguins. I like the penguins. There we go. Okay, so anybody on Heckle? No, nobody's on Heckle. I mean, I've only seen the most 2 or 3 people on this thing called Heckle. So it's been 2 years, and I think the individual Simon wants to get more activity on it because the activity that's on there right now is minuscule. It looks like it's the same people that broadcast on it, as far as that goes. So, and some of these names, other than the guy Grizz, Simon was on last night. Let's see, for 25 minutes. Thank God it's Friday. He had a question and answering. That was 12:55. No, I'm not. He's a late night guy. I think he's over in England too. And let's see, anybody around? I don't know. I've seen that person. That person's been on for a couple times. He's over in Australia. Michael_Ode. Then there's a person in Bangkok. So there's some people. There's let's see. There's Ruhlman Beeks says hello. And I said hello and say, hey, I'm new here, and I'm just I'm on the Android side, so I thought this was going to be able to you were able to bring up somebody. I think it's just a one-shot broadcasting on Heckle and stuff like that. So, like I said, I downloaded the app Monday. That's when I noticed the app coming out, and I said, okay, check it out. I had it on my phone. And it's just like, I can't keep this on my phone. And my tablet, I don't use the tablet that much, so I parked it over on the tablet. I put the app over there just to keep tabs on it and stuff. I'm not sure, like I said, Tony, I don't think he might be at a meeting right now, but I'm not sure if... okay, and I'm not sure if Tony D is on it and stuff. I got to talk with him to see if he's on it and stuff, if he's... More than likely is on it in some capacity. We got a commercial break in 3 minutes. And let's see. Let's see what we got here. But I'm going to keep tabs on it. And the thing of it is, now that it's on the tablet, we do get some activity. What I plan in the future is I'll be able to bring it over here, because there's apps you can take, you put them on your phone or your tablet that you can broadcast and bring it over here. You ever take the wife to the drive-in movies before? No, I'm not. I don't think I've ever. I think I was in a drive-in movie once when I was a kid. I remember being in a drive-in movie with with the family, my parents and my brothers and my sisters and stuff. I think, but we would go to the movie theater. Our first date was in a roller skating rink. We did if you watched Tina Rich, Hal was on. Okay, I guess he's whatever. Well, today's Friday. I don't see him on. Let me refresh this. Maybe I don't see him on the. Total Data's on. Okay, Total Data's on too. Okay, Jim Figerty and Total Data. I don't see Hal on yet, but yeah, he's getting ready to come on, so I'll see you later. Thank you, Tina. Ciao for now. And you have a great day. Yeah, I just noticed. Hal is on. Okay, yeah, he is on. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah. See you later, Tina. Okay, so we got Jim Figerty, we got Total Data on, and we've got Hal Moss Media. He's also on. And I don't know what happened to the card for Hal Moss. So we got them on. So it's nice to see people broadcasting in the morning and stuff. But no, we never went to a drive-in movie, Big Juice. Yeah, Liam over there singing the blues. Oh, is he singing? I caught a replay of his broadcast yesterday, Big Juice, and he went to McDonald's, which I said, wait a minute, is he doing a record? No, he's actually broadcasting while he's driving to McDonald's. I guess he takes his the dog there with him. I forget what the name of his dog there is. That's an old dog too. So I'm noticing on the side here that those three individuals, and again, Total Dad is a good dude. I highly recommend, and he's on my list of, like, you need to watch him. He's a good guy. Let's see. We're going to be on. We're at an hour break, so we're going to be on. I got a couple things to present. I think the one thing I'm going to present is I have the cheese story I didn't get to on Wednesday. Let's see. Yeah, he goes to McDonald's, looks for hot chicks, never talks to anyone. That's what he does. Well, he talked to the. I noticed he asked the girl at the drive-thru about his hat. He had the chicken hat on. I thought that was funny. Okay, we got a cheese story, folks. We got a cheese story, and let me go ahead and set up the present here. We're gonna go do the present. Let's see. We go screen. Kraft announces new cheese flavor. What's that all about, folks? Well, let's see. Let's go ahead and push it to the broadcast. And there we have it. And this is from, I don't listen to this radio station that much, but they are a good radio station. It's the Now 105.7 on Binghamton FM. They're on iHeart, but this is the cheese story. Let's see, what is it? Kraft announces new cheese flavor for first time in nearly a decade. So they got new flavors of cheese. Cheese slices. Let's see, let's square this up. Is that squared up? And the time mark 1:12:09. 1:12:09. 1:12. That's our pick shot where I put on the. It's the pick icon that's on the YouTube and the Rumble, as far as that goes. Okay, our cheese story. Let me get to it here on my notes. I'll keep that graphic up there. Let's see. That's a nice graphic. Who doesn't like cheese? I like cheese. But Kraft Singles plans to introduce three new flavors. The popular cheese brand will offer caramelized onion, jalapeno, and garlic. I like the garlic. Garlic and herb. That might be good. I like garlic and herb. American cheese on my burgers, right? Yeah, cheeseburger there, Big Juice. Exactly. Exactly. But garlic and jalapeno, that sounds good, just hearing about that. Kraft announced in a news release, I guess this last week, garlic and herb and caramelized onion set a new standard as a brand new flavor to the cheese category, a Kraft spokesman said. As the top selling sandwich cheese brand, let's see, let me make sure this is, as a new standard, let me get this right. This text is real small. As the top selling sandwich cheese brand, with 1 in 4 American households having Kraft Singles. I grew up with Kraft Singles in their refrigerator. Fans of the iconic brand can now expand their taste buds with these new additions to Kraft Singles portfolio. Kraft Heinz last introduced sharp cheddar and pepper jack. Pepper jack, it wasn't that peppery. You get better pepper jack from the deli to slice the cheese and stuff like that. I wasn't too impressed with the pepper jack, so hopefully the garlic isn't like that. Sharp cheese wasn't bad. And the pepper jack, as a new flavor back in 2017, added to the slate of American cheese, Swiss and white American. The new flavors will be sold in packs of 16 slices at retail stores nationwide. Kraft singles. Let's see. Kraft singles have undergone major changes during the past year. Have already debuted a redesigned logo. Is there a logo? It looks the same. The packaging looks the same. Let's see. Big Juice. You're the gourmet around here. I just like good food. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Cheeseburgers is my favorite. And if I go to a diner for breakfast, it's a Western omelet with a couple sausage patties and hash browns and toast. And you can't mess up a breakfast. So, let's see. They have a new logo, improved packaging, which makes it easier to unwrap the cheese slices. Yeah, sometimes you just fiddling around with the cheese slices. And improves the use of the vegan plastic in the global pack. Okay, vegan plastic. Or is it virgin plastic? Oh, using virgin plastic in its global packaging process. Okay. To achieve our ESG goals, introducing... Oh, they're doing the net zero GHM emissions. We can't continue to do things we have in the past. Okay, so they're getting with the times. They're being woke a little bit, but I'm not boycotting Kraft. I'm not boycotting Kraft. This is good cheese right here. So they're doing their packaging. Okay, I'll accept that. But did you hear about these new flavors?
I think there's a commercial, but.
There's already a commercial out?
I think so, but no.
I'm not sure about the caramelized onions as much as...
Not cheese.
Huh? Not cheese. And jalapenos. The garlic and herb, that sounds like... Even the missus giving a thumbs up to that one, so we'll have to see. So that's what we have as far as for the Kraft cheese bit. And that's it for that story. Okay, so and right now we got... Oh, what happened here? Okay, that's okay. All right, we'll go to the next one. Oh, what's the next one? Oh, we got a doggy story.
Donut story?
Yeah, doggy.
Oh, dog.
A doggy story. So I like cheese. Cheese is good. Cheese. What kind of cheese do we have right now? We got it's the store brand.
Just cheddar slices.
Cheddar slices, and this the off brands. Oh, this cheddar is it's good cheese. It's outstanding as far as that. So I like a good slice of cheese on my sandwich. Look at all the Pepsi and Coca-Cola products. Billions, Rich. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Kraft's been around for a long time. There's a series on History Channel there, Steve, that I watch. The food that made America, and it talks about these various food products. Kraft is in there, and it's interesting to see where they got their start to where they are now. You know, the $1 million back then when they started is equal to $1 billion now. And like what you were saying, there's a lot of money in the food products and stuff like that. And Pepsi, Coca-Cola, I like both. You know, people say, "Oh, you Pepsi, Coke." I lean more towards Coke than Pepsi, but I enjoy cold Pepsi. A Pepsi in a bottle, you can't beat it. Just like a Coke in a bottle. Yeah, just like a beer.
Bottle?
A glass bottle. Yeah, a glass bottle.
Which are like.
Just like a beer in a glass bottle. That's good stuff right there. I like a good beer. Matter of fact, I think we got 2 Yinglings left, so I'm gonna have to get some beer this weekend. That's my job for the day, or for the weekend. Let's see. We have another. You guys probably remember the milkman. Oh yeah, the milkman delivering the milk. Yep, yeah, we remember that. In the glass bottles. Our house, when my parents, they would always go to the supermarket.
Yeah, mine did too with the neighbors.
But the neighbors, I know the people.
Or we'd go to the farm and dip the In the
My
front.
best friend who lived across the street, growing up here in Tioga County, their family, they had to have milk. They had 4 bottles every morning, or was it? Yeah, they delivered every morning. I think. Yeah, I
Over
think
there.
it was 1 or 2 bottles, but I remember the silver box right there. That they put their there was always bottled milk, and they put the empties right there too. So, yep, I remember that, Big Juice. Man, you're bringing up some old memories there. Oh, my God. Let's see. We got another interesting article here. But the cheese one, that was a leftover from Wednesday there. So we got that out of the way. That was a good story. Let's see. This one is is a dog story. And let me bring it up here on the window. Let's see. We got... It's the secret language of the dog collar, which I didn't know. Let's see, we got to push it. Let's go ahead and push it. And there it is. There's the little doggy. And basically goes, what it means if you spot a dog with a red collar here in New York. Now, this is just pertaining to New York. I don't know if it pertains anywhere else, but it is an interesting aspect as far as that goes. So let's see. Let's see, the author there, this is from WNBF, from Glenn Pitcher, who works there at WNBF. I have no association with WNBF. I'm just a consumer of their online news and stuff like that. But this individual, I have a dog named CJ, and when I was looking for a collar, I noticed a wide variety of dog collar colors. I didn't think too much of it at first, but I should have. Some dogs just wear red collars, and I believe our Max had a red collar. We still have his collar. It was a thin red collar they wore the whole time. That was the only collar we ever got from when we first got him. It's a thin red collar, but we got it because it was red. He was a black dog, so it looked pretty nice on him. Some dogs just wear red collars because their owners like the color. Yeah, we thought it was a good color for him. But for others, the red collar has a whole different meaning. A red collar on a dog lets everybody knows that they want some personal space. So the owner's letting people know when they're walking the dog that red collar indicate, don't rush up on this dog. This is a way of communicating that they should approach with caution. Dogs, like humans, have a comfort zone and personal space. The red collar is a way for pet owners to communicate on behalf of their furry, four-legged friend. It's important to know that a dog with a red collar doesn't necessarily mean they are aggressive. Doesn't mean that, but all the time. Dogs, like people, can react differently in different environments. They may be calm and friendly in a familiar setting, but meeting new people or dogs or beings in an unfamiliar place can make them aggressive and uncomfortable. So that's important to note. It's important to be careful when seeing a dog with a red collar. As much as we may want to approach them to show some love to the cute dog, it's important to give them some of their personal space. Respecting the boundaries of a dog wearing a red collar is just an act of kindness, but is not just an act of kindness, but it's a matter of safety. You don't want your hand bitten. Okay? So while red collars are strongly associated with requests for space, other collar colors also carry their own messages. For instance, a yellow ribbon tied to a dog's collar subtly says that they may be anxious and shy around strangers. Okay, so we got a color code system going on here. That's pretty interesting. Suggesting you should approach the dog carefully. You should approach a dog carefully. I see a dog, I approach, and I ask the owner, is the dog okay? And they'll say okay, and I'll put my hand out first like this. I'll let the dog sniff my hand, because that's an act. I just put it out there. And if the dog comes over, I'll sniff. It's like, oh, okay, and then they'll let you pat it. But if the dog growls on it, I'm just going to keep my distance. Plain and simple. So next time you see a dog with a red collar, remember that it might be a way the dog owner is letting you know that the pup needs a little extra personal space. As the saying goes, let sleeping dogs lie, and when it comes to dogs with red collars, let them be. Big Choose. I seen a guy taking his dog into Olive Garden the other day. I was like, it's probably a what do they call those dogs?
Support dog.
It's a support dog. That's the new thing, support dogs. I see it all the time there, Big Juice. It's nothing new. They probably told the people at the front desk there when they went into the Olive Garden that this is my support dog. And I'm all right with that as long as the dog is laying there and being, but if the dog is whining and barking, well, you need to go. You're disturbing.
Most support dogs, therapy dogs, are well behaved.
Yeah, they're all the ones we've always seen. They're always well behaved. They'll sit right there and stuff like that. So, but it is a lot. That's the first thing. When I see something like that now, I've seen it so many times. And what it is that person is probably a veteran. I've seen a lot of veterans with what's that? PTSD syndrome. A lot of veterans they'll have a support dog, and that's just I've seen that a lot. We had a couple support dogs where I worked at the day job and stuff. It was weird at first. I mean, it was several years back, and was just like, okay. So, but I remember the individual. They would take their smoke break and they'd take the dog out to go pee. So, but the dog, you go to this individual's office. The dog is just laying there. It's there for that person's support. So it's a mental thing and stuff like that. Let's see. So it is allowed, but there has been stories people try to take advantage, and usually the dog that's whimpering and barking and stuff, that's not a true support dog and stuff. You could tell the support dogs are very calm, and allows that individual that has that dog to be calm, because it's so there's our doggy story. Let's see. Do we want to get to this one? Let's see. I got a list of things. Let's see. We're on that one. Let's see. What are we doing on time here? What do we got for time? We got an hour and 30 minutes. Big Juice, yeah, my. Let's go ahead and do 100 years ago today. This is from Wednesday. Oh, let's see. Let me get the link here. Let's set this one up here. Let me bring this one up. Let's see. We gotta go to there and present. 100 years ago today. What are you doing, Jackie? Push it. Push it. Okay. Oh, let me line this up real quick here, folks. There we go. Let's do 100 years ago today. Make sure volume's up. And let's see, I gotta make sure that's muted. And here we go.
From a library upgrade to a new ice manufacturing building, Broome County historian Roger Luther shares the news that made headlines in Broome County 100 years ago today, brought to you by Ziflaw.
100 years ago today, the director of the Binghamton Public Library reports that the library building is too small and is now inadequate to meet the needs of the community. The fact that the library is no longer sufficient is just another reminder of the rapid growth of this city. 1923 was a very good year for the Felters Company in Johnson City. The company now operates day and night and has 275 employees. Officers of the company say business prospects for 1924 are very good. The building being erected by the Cutler Ice Company on Front Street is nearly complete. New plant will be used for manufacturing ice. And finally, federal prohibition agents and local police yesterday destroyed a large quantity of seized liquors by dumping them on the Valley Street dump. That was the news 100 years ago.
100 years ago today, back in, what was that, the 24th, which was Wednesday, 100 years ago Wednesday, dumping that liquor. We can't have that. That was 100 years ago. Now, that's probably prohibition there and stuff like that. So, there we go as far as that goes. Okay. That's interesting. Let's see, Big Juice. Well, if I'm taking my dog out to dinner, I think they allow that. You could have like a little, which I don't think I think they usually have them fed beforehand. I don't think, because a true support dog, Steve, they'll sit there. They're trained to sit there while the owner eats and stuff like that. So, they were bootlickers. Bootlickers. What did you say? Bootlickers. Yeah, boat. Oh, 100 years. It's surprising. I like, this gives me always, 100 years ago today from the Fox 40 channel here, Fox 40 in Vestal, New York. That's a funny, I like that. Bootleggers, yeah. I knew what you meant, Steve. Bootlickers. They lick the boot. But I like that because you look at the news, what was really the news back then, oh my God. It's not even, it's child care stuff. It doesn't even rate the kindergarten level as far as, when you look at what's in the news today. So that just gives me a chuckle there as far as that goes. Let's see, what else do I got on the list here? I got a McDonald's story. You're gonna like this one. This is a good one. McDonald's. This is from the New York Post. Let me bring this up. Let me see if I can bring this up here. Let me set this up. I'm going outside my element of my main. I read the New York Post. I like the New York Post. They're a good newspaper. A lot of people look at it as a rag newspaper, but let me set this up here. I'll get the picture up here, and then let me see if I can bring this up. Let's see, New York Post. And this would be the Double Big Mac. That's what it is. They got a new sandwich out. We were talking about the fish sandwich, how it was small from that TikTok. Well, this is another McDonald's story. So it's called the Double Big Mac. I don't know if you've all heard of it, but I got a picture of it as soon as I can bring up the verbiage here. Yeah, here we go. Let me just make sure if this is the same one. Okay. Let's see, Big Juice, you say, well, if you want some old violent crime stories, search for McDonald's mass. Oh, okay, yeah, I don't want to go there. That's for offline reading as far as that goes. Oh, this is a. Okay, we got a. Let's see. We'll go ahead and share that. And bring it back up. And we're going to. No, I don't want that. Close the ad. Bring it up again. There we go. Okay, this is what it looks like. There it is. There's a picture. We tried we tried McDonald's new double Big Mac with 4 patties, and here's the results of it. The Mega Burger puts this is funny. The Mega Burger puts the quadruple in quadruple bypass, and it's no wonder obese rates are through the roof. And probably because you're eating a couple of them. And all they did was, if you look, that's a Big Mac. They just added another patty, I guess. McDonald's beefed up its menu to the extreme Tuesday by the much anticipated double Big Mac, essentially a regular Big Mac plus 2 extra patties, which clocks in at nearly 800 calories. That's right. That's about the size. That equals a Big Mac or a quarter pounder. I'm a quarter pounder guy. I like the quarter pounders with cheese. The double Big Mac is double the fun with 4 100% all beef patties, declared McDonald's Corporation blog. Starting January 25th, which is today, this 4-tier Titan, which originally hails from Australia, so they've been eating these down in Australia. That was a test market. Will be available for a limited time at participant outlets, so it's not everything. I won't lie. I like a Baconator from Wendy's yesterday. Yeah, they're good. Ooh, they're good. I know. This will be available for a limited time at participating outlets. McDonald's can find out which stores sell by downloading you can find, if you do the McDonald's app, you can find if they're selling it. For McDonald's diehards, this marks a welcome return for the quadruple decker sandwich, which debuted in the United States back in March 2020 before getting furloughed. The burger. Oh, okay. That was back during COVID, I guess. It discontinued. So how did the double Big Mac hold up during the comeback tour? We declared to ascend this meaty Mount Everest to find out. Ready, set, heart attack. Okay, that's the author of this article. As with most fast food, the double Big Mac matches its promo photo about as well as some of Tinder profiles. So what you're seeing right here is not necessarily what you're going to get. However, in line of recent recipe makeovers, McDaddy features softer, more pillow buns, melted cheese, better searing meat, and more sauce. So just to give you a comparison, that's what they look like. The one on the left is a regular Big Mac. The one on the right is the new double Big Mac. It's bulkier than the standard Big Mac, but not as Himalaya as other burgers out there. I bet you, the best cheeseburger I've had, and it's just recently, or is at Five Guys. I know it costs a lot, but that's the best cheeseburger I've had. There is a diner that has a pretty good cheeseburger, though. But let's see, if it's bulkier than the standard Big Mac, but not the Himalaya as other burgers out there. See this 36 patty monster from Burger King. Okay, we're not going to see that, though. It did require stretching my jaw a little bigger, like a Burmese python, to get, you gotta open wider, because it is a little bit taller as you can. After taking a supersized bite, we can safely say we prefer the double Mac. So I guess it's okay. The problem with the original Big Mac is the bun in the middle completely throws the composition off kilter. I could see that. So you got more meat in there, so you're tasting the meat instead of the bun. The first bite is all bread, while the rest are spent bushwhacking through rough to get to the CD thin, and they are thin burger as far as that goes. So so there's the guy, there's the author that did the thing, but that's what it looks like right there as far as that goes. See, 141.10, 141.10, 141.10. I don't know if I'm going to use the burger. Let's see. Is there a? I think there's a. Oh, let me see. Is there a? Let me refresh this. There might be a video. Let me see. Let's see. We don't want the movie. We'll wait till after the movie here. Let's see. Okay, we got 2 ads. Let's wait for the ad. I think there's a video on this, so that's that. That's for Hightown, and this is Stars. Get the app. I don't like Stars. What's this one? Build square spaces. Why aren't we getting the volume? I'm not sure why we're not getting the volume, but that's the guy who did the article here for the Post. You can see he's eating it, and he's describing it. No thanks. McDonald's prices are down. Payment. Yeah, they are a little bit pricey there, as far as compared to. So we'll stop sharing that. I don't got. For some reason, I'm not getting an audio on that one. So. Oh. Yeah, we'll just disregard that one. Okay, so there's the McDonald's one. I thought that was interesting because we have talked about McDonald's in the past. They got a new coffee shop going, and the fish fillet. I'm gonna probably. I mean, my hands. That fish fillet is just about the size of there. They used to be bigger. Now I probably have to eat like 3 fish sandwiches to equal one that I used to eat before. So yeah, the prices are a little bit pricey there, Big Juice. I agree as far as that goes, and no disagreement there. But McDonald's, I go there once in a great while. I prefer Burger King. I'll be honest with you. I like Burger King. We have a Burger King here in Tioga County that I go to, and it's just a great place. I love that they make a good burger there. The McDonald's here in Owego, New York, it sucks. Go down the road over here to Sayre, Pennsylvania, or Chrysler at Sayre, Pennsylvania. That McDonald's rocks. So, Rich, you just like the toy out of the Happy Meal. Yeah. Do they still give a toy, or do they give something that's like a paper card or something like that? I don't know about those Happy Meals. So that is funny. I just care about the toy. That's good. Let's see. What else do I got on the docket here? Let's see. I think I got one more story, and this is concerning. This is a space story. I'm going to end with this one, I think. What do we got? 144. I want to end with this one as far as that goes. I got one last story, and this is on the. If you've seen in the news, have you heard Steve there about the Japan has landed on the moon? Well, they've had a little problem. Tokyo, we have a problem with their space probe that landed up there on the moon, and they finally figured it out as far as that goes. So let me bring this one up as our last article and stuff. I like presenting this. This is fun. This is fun to do this. A couple of them. And this is from Engadget. Okay. Let me bring this up like that right there. Let's see. I don't watch much news these. Yeah, I'm a space junkie there, Big Juice. I like the space stories and stuff. I'm breaking news. We'll look at that later. Let's see. This is from Engadget. So let me bring this up on my Surface 3. Engadget. Let's see. This is Japan Slim. It's called the Slim, SLIM. Slim Lunar Spacecraft. Yeah, I think this is it. Let's see if this is the same article. Let's see. Okay, that's not bad. Okay. Let me set this up, and let's go to. We're gonna go present. Got that one. Gonna do share, and let's push it to the. Push it, and let's see. This is from Engadget. And that's the Slim right there. As you can see, it's not orientated right. I guess they finally, that's a picture from one, it landed and it shot out these two probes. One's a hopper and one rolls. And this is a picture that one of those, but Japan's Slim lunar spacecraft landed upside down on the moon. And what you can see right here at the top, I don't know, is my cursor there? Can you see my cursor? Let's see. Can you see the cursor? Yeah, you can see the cursor there, right there. That's the bottom. That's the it landed upside down. And what's the problem is, you can see it's all sunny on this side. The solar panels are over here on the other side. Okay, so it's one of those things that if you have the Slim spacecraft, all the sun is over on this side, and there's no sun on this side. So it landed upside down. The JAXA, that's Japan's version of NASA space agency, did say it managed to collect some data before they had to shut it down. So they only had like 12 minutes worth of power left, and they shut it down. Hopefully the sun will eventually hit that side, they're hoping. But it landed, even though it landed upside down, they landed. They didn't crash. It landed, and it landed exactly where it was supposed to. That's part of the criteria to say we landed something on the moon. And so Japan becomes only the fifth, and they've crashed and burned a couple times. Believe me, they've crashed. That's not an easy feat right there. Would you go to space? Yeah, I think I would. I'd take a ride. The Blue Origin pop up and then come back down. I'd go around for an orbit. I don't know about going to Mars, though. I don't think I'd do that trip. I'd go to the moon and come back. I don't think I'm physically fit. Let's see, backing up. I catch some NBC News on YouTube once in a while, but I'm the same way. You got to look at your various sources of news here these days, as far as that goes. Steve. So, but yeah, would you go into space, Steve? I would. What the hell? I'm 65, so that'd be the last big bucket. I wanted to become an astronaut and I couldn't, so I became a firefighter. Now that I'm retired. But let's see. Tony, to boldly go where no man has gone before. And I was watching a Star Trek. I was watching a Star Trek movie last night. Hey Tony, now that I guess you're back from a meeting, real quick. I didn't see Ted. He didn't broadcast last night. I know you broadcast because I got the alert. I was watching a Star Trek movie, the one about Khan, the modern Khan. Big Juice, to look around for a few hours, sure, and only if I was 100%. Yeah, there's nothing 100% safe about space travel, Steve. Yeah, I might, yeah. But also, Tony, are you on Heckle? I'm on Heckle on the Android where I can just view. Okay? See, I got Heckle on the thing, so I don't know if you're on Heckle or not. Which one? The RAF? Yeah, the newest one, the updated, not the old James T. Kirk one, the updated, the newer one. I think it might have been the last Star Trek movie. Oh, that's Android as a viewer. I can't broadcast on it. Simon, he dropped the app this week. It was Monday. And Into Darkness. Yes, that's the one I was watching. That was a good movie. I forgot how good that one was. But back to the Heckle. Heckle, on the Android side, the app dropped. It's Android view only. You can sign up. You can log in. You can view only. You can't do replays. You can only view live broadcasts. That's the one I say was the best. Yeah, that was the best. I think that was the best. So now the question is, are you on Heckle? I can view this. Right now, there's nobody on here right now. Or is there? Let's see. No, see, there's nobody on right now. I'm watching Apollo 13 with Tom Hanks on Netflix right now. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one, Big Juice. I like that movie. That movie is good. That is one of Tom Hanks's best movies, I think. So Tony, you're on. Okay, just to let you know, I can view. I can't come on. I can type in the chat. So I'm just seeing I just started doing. It was on the phone, and I took it off the phone, and you could see he has broadcast. He has to He has to fix the broadcast for Android. So this is on my Samsung tablet, and I can watch. And right now, there's nobody. There's no. You know who's on here? Do you remember the Grizz? And Ted's going to do the show tonight. Oh, he's doing the show. He overslept. Okay. All right. I'll probably be there tonight then. I'll take a nap. Do you remember the Grizz from Haps? I was chatting with him on here. So we're on Heckle. I don't want to have it on the phone, so I parked it over here on my tablet, and we'll keep tabs on it. Now, if they go to where Simon, he's going to update it eventually. I think he wanted to update it to where at least he gets some Android folks in. I'm following him, but not remembering him. Yeah, I remember him vaguely from Haps. I think I remember him from Blab more so. Okay, this Japanese satellite called SLIM. Shortly after Japan's space agency became the fifth country to land a spacecraft on the surface of the moon, its scientists discovered the smart lander for investigating moon, which that's how they get with SLIM. Smart lander for investigating moon, SLIM, unfortunately touched down upside down. So that's a picture of it upside down right there. Okay. But it's not getting any power because you can see where the sunlight is, but the solar panels are on the other side of the aircraft, on the darker side. The Japanese Aerospace Expedition Agency, JAXA, said that the SLIM landed on the lunar surface on July 20th, and I watched that. Okay, it was all telemetry, but I watched it on the Roku, the big screen with the Roku. but it knew it might have bigger problems due to the issue with power generations. And I had a sense once it landed, they weren't real quick, they weren't enthusiastic. I said, "There's something happened. Something happened," and it did. This came out yesterday on Engadget. Just hours after landing, the Japanese Space Agency expected the power to run out before it ultimately did. SLIM met the moon surface about 55 meters east of the original target landing site. The agency did get all the technical information related to its navigation prior to landing and ultimately became stationary on the lunar surface. JAXA captured photos of SLIM from the Lunar Exclusion Vehicle 2. That's the one that rows. There's one that it's like a ball that rolls around. It's not that big, and then there's this other one that hops. They captured photos, and the Lunar Exclusion, which is fully autonomous robot currently exploring the moon. So that's a picture. Let's see. This is the picture from right there. That was on X/Twitter. As far as that goes, the Lunar Excursion Vehicle has successfully taken an image of the SLIM. That's the mothership, the SLIM, the yellow gold coated craft that's upside down. You can see the nose cone right there on the top of it. LEV-2 is the world's first robot to be fully autonomous exploring the lunar surface. Okay, and that's there's the Japanese stuff. The reason behind the main engine malfunction is under investigation by the space agency. There is a slim chance, it's slim, but a slim chance for regeneration because solar cells that power the spacecraft are facing west, meaning there is a chance for SLIM to recover if enough light from the sun reaches the cell. So the sun has to move to where it hits those solar cells. The SLIM team took to X/Twitter earlier at the writing, "We're prepared for recovery." The agency said it will take the necessary precautionary to gather the information. And let's see, was there another article down here? Oh, okay. I want to go over this one too. The Mars. So that's about the lander. But the other news that came out is the NASA says it's established contact with the Integrity helicopter. That's been up on Mars flying around. Okay. Let's see. We'll get that up there. There we go. The Perseverance rover, which landed, and then the mechanism that dropped the helicopter was underneath the belly. It dropped it, and it was only supposed to do like 5 flights. But the Perseverance has been rolling around, and the helicopter Integrity has been flying around. 72 missions it's been flying. So that's the Integrity taking a picture from the Perseverance. My name is on the Perseverance. Before it launched, you could type in your name and they put it on a chip with millions of other names here. And my name, Richard M. Roberts, is sitting on the moon, on Mars. Also the moon. It's something they do. After a short period of worrying silence, NASA said last Saturday night that it was able to regain control of the Integrity helicopter because they lost contact with it. The autonomous aircraft unexpectedly ceased communications with the Perseverance rover, which relays all transmissions between the Integrity, which is the helicopter, and the Earth on Tuesday during the 72nd flight. Okay. Thursday during the 72nd flight of Mars. It had already been acting up prior to this, having cut its previous flight short for unknown reasons, and NASA intends to do a system check before. And I guess what they're finding out, one of the blades is broke. So the space agency said in an update post on X that it's now reviewing the data from integrity to understand what happened. Perseverance, it's been flying around for a couple of years now. Perseverance picked up its signal after the team instructed it to perform a long-duration listening session. Integrity has experienced blackouts before, as recently as last year, and was able to return to flight. But it's too early to say if it will be the case this time. The mini helicopter's already run well past its original timeline. I think, okay, there is a video. Let's go to the video. There's the helicopter right there. I wonder. Let's see. Is this lined up right? Yeah.
It is bittersweet. It is bittersweet. I must announce that Ingenuity, the little helicopter that could. And it kept saying, I think I can, I think I can. Well, it is now taken its last flight on Mars. As it was coming down for a landing, at least one of its carbon fiber rotor blades was damaged. We're investigating the possibility that the blade struck the ground. This is what the blade looks like. It's a special fiber with a special contour. That little helicopter could fly in a 1% atmosphere, not 100% atmosphere like we have on Earth. It cut through a 1% atmosphere and was able to fly. And what Ingenuity accomplished far exceeds what we thought possible. Almost 3 years ago, the helicopter made its first flight on the planet Mars.
Altimeter data confirms that Ingenuity has performed its first flight.
And living up to its name, Ingenuity made history as the first aircraft to make a powered, controlled flight on another planet. But then it flew farther and higher than we ever thought possible. And what started as a technology demonstration with plans for only up to 5 flights has now completed a remarkable 72 flights on Mars. And the innovation doesn't stop here. It acted as a scout for the Perseverance rover. It would go and check out sites. Ingenuity demonstrated how flight can enhance operational missions. And it's helping us in the search for life on Mars. And like the Wright brothers, what they did back here on Earth at the early part of the last century, Ingenuity has paved the way for future flight in our solar system. And it's leading the way for smarter, safer human missions to Mars and beyond. I think President Biden said it best after Ingenuity's first flight. He said, NASA proved once again that with relentless determination and the power of America's best minds, anything is possible. That's what we try to do at NASA, make the impossible possible. And so, thank you, Ingenuity.
So there you have it, the little helicopter that could. And Ingenuity, 72 flights, 3 years. When we get to Mars, when Elon gets the starships up there, we'll have to bring that back, and it's going in the Smithsonian. But NASA does do the impossible. They do the impossible, and Elon Musk is showing that commercially we can do it on the impossible. Let's see. Tony says, yes, I am. And Ted's going to be... Okay, Ted Hicks. We got a program note from Tony D. Ted Hicks, who wasn't on last night because he overslept. Ted Hicks, there's his Twitter handle. He'll be doing late night parenting tonight, okay? We'll be looking for it. He wasn't on last night, so I think that's why I got involved in that movie. And let's see. And Tony says, I'm following him, but don't remember. You don't remember Grizz? He got banned from Hamps. I guess he said something he wasn't supposed to say. I could say it, but I won't say it because it's not. But I think he was taken out of context as far as that goes. But we'll be looking for Ted. But just to finish up on the integrity, that's the ingenuity. Doing it was only supposed to do 5 test flights, a total of maybe a couple minutes. I think the total, I'm not sure what the total flight time was. It's probably maybe 10 minutes. I don't know. But it racked up 72 flights. It went further and farther than they anticipated. So they're already planning for space missions to continue with that, because integrity just paved the way as it is possible. And that's pretty. First manned flight on Mars was being controlled here on Earth, as far as that goes. It was autonomous, which means it can fly on its own, and that's pretty neat stuff as far as that goes. So I'm glad I got all my stories in. That's cool, very good. So I don't have to. That's very good as far as that goes. So we'll shut that down, and let's see. Get that down there. And that's about it. And let's see. Do we have anybody on Heckle? Let's check the Heckle. Let's see. Anybody broadcasting on Heckle? No, not yet. So I have fun presenting stories like that. You know, it's just like I on the audio podcast, I do the talk on one interesting story. Here, because I have the time now and I have the capability, why not present good stories? And those are the stories that I was looking at this week. I don't think I don't think I'd try the double. I want to try that fish sandwich. I got to get a fish sandwich. I'm going to do a fish report from McDonald's next time I go to McDonald's, which is anytime soon. So there's nobody on the Heckle right now. So and we are at our 2-hour mark, which is good. And let's see, we still have Jim Figerty on, we still have Hal, and I guess Total Dad, I guess he signed off. Okay. All right, so I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and exit stage left as far as that goes, and get our day started. Let's see. I want to thank Tony D for being here. I want to thank Big Juice. Steve, thank you for being here in the chat. Thank you, Tina, our Jersey girl, for being here. Thank you very much. I think we only had Big Juice. Thank you very much for the conversation, Steve. Big Juice coming in from Ohio. And Tony D, he's at work. And Tina, she's off listening to Hal Massa. Hal Massa Media is broadcasting right now, and Jim Figerty. So go ahead and check them out. For the people that are watching on the Rumble and YouTube, thank you very much. Greatly appreciate it. Also, the people watching replays here on Twitch, thank you very much as well. I greatly appreciate it. It means a lot. But you can find me over there on X/Twitter at Fireman Rich, Truth Social at Fireman Rich, and I'm over on Blue Sky. That's the new one, Blue Sky. It's sort of Twitterish like, at Fireman Rich. Instagram Threads at Fireman Rich, and the public Facebook, I'm the real Fireman Rich. Just check out the links on my Twitch page. You'll see where I'm at. But we're going to get our day started here. I think I'm going to be taking a walk by myself because the missus is going to be leaving here shortly. So I'm going to get my day started. And we made it to the weekend, folks. For those persons that are like Tony D that are working, just get through the day, and it's time to play. Time to crack open a cold one later today, right? So you all have a good one wherever you may be on this big blue marble. Again, Rich Roberts, Fireman Rich, wishing you all well. Live life, have fun. Ciao for now. As always, peace. Take care, folks. Thanks again. Big Juice, Tony D, and Tina in the chat. Take care, folks.